Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In this video, as you saw in the title, I'm going to go over what is in my golf bag. A lot of people have been asking for, what I do, what clubs I play with and stuff. I mean, yeah, you kind of see when I play and stuff, but this will allow you to at least, kind of go through and check out what clubs they actually are, what they're called, what the loft is, stuff like that. So let me hop over to the other screen here and kind of go from here. So we're going to start with the driver. The driver is a 10.5 degree, and it is the Bridgestone Tour B JGR. So the carry distance is 295. Like I said, it's 10.5 degree. I've been using this. Basically, I've been using this whole set of clubs for probably the last 8-9 months straight. I really haven't switched anything out. So it doesn't matter if you play on Master, on Pro. A lot of people, if they jump up to Master, might switch their clubs out a little bit. I just don't. I like the distances, and that's the main reason why I have the set that I have. It's a totally mixed bag. So driver, Bridgestone, the Tour B. We'll go over to a 3-wood. This is also the same club as my driver. It is a 248 carry. It's a great club. Both these clubs are purple, which are some of the hardest ones to hit for forgiveness and stuff. But you know what? When you do get up to a consistent tempo, it makes a big difference, for the yardage and stuff. So we jump over to here. This is a Ben Hogan, so it's a little bit different brand. But this hybrid is key. You need something in between the 3-iron and the 3-wood. Some people go with the 5-wood or something else, but this one's 224. 224 is excellent. It gets out of sand. That's one reason to have a hybrid instead of just a 3-iron to like a 5-wood and then a 3-wood. The hybrid does have a better lie percentage out of bunkers. So fairway bunkers, you can possibly get, clear water, stuff like that. Going down to the 3-wood or 3-iron rather, HB Studios. I got a few clubs with HB Studios here. They're, nothing super high end. This is the HBSX Elite 9000 212. 212 is perfect for me. They do make, I think the longest 3-iron is a 215. I don't think I needed that with the 224 hybrid, so 212 is kind of a happy medium there. I tried to get something around a 210, but I really don't have too much, and it's kind of hard to play around with, what irons and stuff you have. So as you can see in the lineup here, we go down to the 4. I don't know why it's kind of lagging here a little bit, but 195 is a. And this one is another Bridgestone. It's the yellow Tour B JGR, but it's the HF2. It's right there. A 4-iron, 195. Some people use, I think it's a 190, or there's a 196 club, I think, too. So right in there. But in my eyes, it's all about the distances, about the gaps in between the clubs. Trying to figure out what these clubs do. You can get that by playing with them and stuff. So forgiveness wise, I'm not too worried. As you see, I do not have a 5-iron. I would rather much have 4 wedges than a 5-iron. So there is a little bit of a gap going down to the 6-iron. It's a 178 to 195 gap. I've learned to deal with it. There's not too much that I can't cover in between that with loft and spin and stuff like that. So same club as the Tour B GGR HF2, so from Bridgestone. 7-iron, it says 164, and I really don't know why, because it's not a 164, it's a 162. Don't know what that's all about, but it's the TGC 4. IV is 4, right? VI is 6. I don't know. It's been a long time, but the Guru HF RH4 is the model on that, but it's a 162, and I don't know why. Yeah, like I said, but the 7 iron and the 8 iron. This is the 153. That is correct. Yeah, and then so my 7, 8, and 9 are all very similar clubs. I love these clubs. They are very true to their distance. 142, 153, 162. Pretty sure it's a 160. Yeah, it's a 162. It has to be. That's what I know. Those are great. Great clubs. This one's just a little bit different. It is the classic F01 from HV Studios. So then we go down to the 44 degree pitching wedge. And this is a love-hate relationship club. 128 is a great distance. I like it. It's a little bit of a gap from 128 to 142. However, you can make it up. You can make basically anything up with this club. This club it's a Bridgestone. It's the Tour-B XW1. The forgiveness is great on it. Distance control is great. If you do de-loft this, it goes miles. It cuts through wind. It's great. The only splash shot with a pitching wedge is very weird, so it tends to run out a lot more than the other splash shots. But jumping down to the gap wedge here, it's a 50 degree 114 club. Excellent club. All these clubs are excellent in my book. That's why I still use them. But in this video too, I'm going to go over to and simulate some shots as well. So hang with me. I'll get my mindset on some of the putting techniques that I use and some of the shot shaping, de-loft, stuff like that, fairway slope. But yeah, so 50 degree gap wedge, 114, and these two clubs are the same. They're Ben Hogan's, so totally mixed bag here. 56, 98. Like I said before, it's all about getting those distances dialed in. So, and then last but not least, my 83 lob wedge is a TaylorMade. So, the SimMax OS. Love this club. Love this club. It spins like a madman coming out of anything, which is great. And then a putter, TaylorMade, the Patina Soto. Nice clean blade putter. Love it. So, anyway, guys, I'll be right back, and we'll be on the putting surface, and I'll go through some putts. Just a second. All right, guys, we're on the putting green now. Disregard the score and everything that you see up there. I'm just going to go over kind of what I look for and I see when I putt, and some of my things that I do. So, there's two things you really got to focus on when you're lining up a putt or looking at a putt for the first time. Maybe the first hole, the second hole, whatever. One is the green speeds. This happens to be 187, so that's the fastest they can be. So, for instance, if it's a perfectly flat lie, you hit your putter 100%, it's going to go 187 feet. So, they're slower than that. There's 163. There's anything in the 170s, 150s, 144 is medium slow, all the way down to I saw 101, I think, at some point, which is a snail's pace. So, but yeah, so that's one thing. The more you play, the easier it'll be to determine how hard you got to hit the shots. But the next thing is it's a 43-foot putt. You can find all the information right up there in the corner, and it's 1 foot down. So I'll zoom in. The game already kind of predetermines, so I'm going to throw the flag stick in there for you so you can see that. The game kind of predetermines where your cursor will be. 1 foot down on 187s. I'm going to pull that back. Another 2 squares. Because it's going to be fast. It's going to be fast. So, and this I'll try to line this up. there's no promises I'm going to make a putt, but I'll go through what I do. So make sure you hit the practice swing button, so you're not just willy-nilly hitting a shot like this or something. So what I'll do is totally visualize the ball rolling. So if I hit it straight now, obviously it's going to go to the right pretty good. It's going to go down the slope, and it's going to miss by 5 feet or so, it looks like. So I'm going to aim to start with. I'm going to just pick one of these lines out here. Yeah, put it on a line. And then sit there and visualize. You hit the ball. It's going to start. And it's going to start breaking to the right. It's going to get to the top of that little hill, and it's going to go down. And there's 2 little beads towards the hole right here that says it might go back to the left. That's not going to literally do anything. So so I wouldn't even worry about that. If anything, it'll help it straighten out, but it's not going to take it back to the left. So if you're missing right by then, it's going to miss right. So definitely missing or moving from left to right. Just kind of predetermined in here. I think I'm going to go a little bit further. I think somewhere right in here is probably, I get this feeling. I've put well over 2,000 hours into this game, so I have kind of a feeling. The next thing you want to do, once you have it kind of lined up, what you feel, and your feels will get better, trust me, they will, is just practice putt. So bring it back, snap it forward. Bring it back, snap it forward, until you see over on the side where it's kind of a white meter is what you want. So mine's 40, 41 is white. 44 is too heavy. 33 is obviously way slow. But 41's where you need to be. And what I do to determine this too is the putter itself. When it comes back, if I see if I can bring it back really, really slow. I visualize where it is on my shoe. I know that's such a weird thing to do, but if you come all the way back to 50, I hit 50 on the button because I know where 50 is. Isn't that weird? But yeah, I visualize on the shoe. 39, 40, 41 is what I want to be. You have a decent window, I'm looking at this putt. Like when you're practice putting, you're visualizing the ball rolling. I think this is going to miss to the right yet, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. If you're going to miss, I'd miss on the pro side, which is the high side. Once I have that and I feel confident about the putt, go ahead and unclick the practice swing and give it a whack. And I think this is going to break over. It's going to gather a little bit of speed here. And this, to me, it's a really good putt. Yes, it didn't go in, but it's 187s, and the speed was ideal. So I brought that back 2 whole squares when it was down a foot. And now, this is just a simple tap it. So that's wonderful. And then we move on. I'm going to go to an approach shot now and kind of go over what I see on elevations and winds a little bit. So, okay, so we're lining up the approach shot now. Disregard, I try to find a spot where I wanted to hit from, so I hit it around the fairway a couple times. But so this shot is, the first thing I don't want to do, I don't want to hit a pitch unless it's a short one. I only hit my wedges for pitches, really. Nothing over a pitching wedge pitch. So that figures that out. By hitting L1, it gives me a lie grid. And so I normally I don't have this setting on because I'll try to figure it out and TGC doesn't allow it on. So, but for obviously this purpose, I want to have it on for the beginners and the people getting into the game too. So, the lie grid says it's above my feet. This is definitely going to move it a couple yards. The wind is probably going to hold it out there a little bit more. But I definitely want to play it a little bit like this. So it should kick it about five yards or so left. So if I would have just hit it straight, it would start here, but then the wind would kind of move it back a little bit. So I'm going to compensate by going, you know, each of these squares is a yard. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with 5 maybe. But then the wind's going to bring it back 2, so I'm going to go just over 3. 2, 3. There we go. So I think this should be okay as far as sight line. Now we got to work on distance. So it's up 19 feet. The wind is blowing into me probably 8, 9 mile an hour. It looks, yeah, so half full is right around 13, or is 13. So I want to, yeah, this should be fine. So a couple different scenarios I could do here. The 114 is a good club. I could simply de-loft this down, and it's going to cut through the wind, and it's going to go uphill, up this 19. I believe hitting this, like this, would get to the hole. You know, it just flights that ball down and cuts through the wind more. So that's what I would do. I do the other thing is I do have a backstop, so if I wanted to go up to a 128 and hit this pretty much straight up, I might do that. So it's a simpler shot. Look at the wind now. The wind has ramped up to 13 miles per hour from 9. In that scenario, I am going to put a little bit of de-loft on the 128. I do have, like I said, I have that backstop. If it gets to that, I don't think it will. But man, the wind just keeps ramping up. It's about 14 now. I'll put a little bit more de-loft on it, and I think we're good. So de-lofting the club is the left stick up. Makes it cut through the wind a little bit easier. So we're going to go ahead and hit this and see where it ends up. I would say, like, line of sight wise, that was ideal. I had that one last touch of de-loft I probably didn't need. But otherwise, this is an easy birdie putt. So, I really do appreciate everybody here lately helping out the channel. We're well over 2,000 subscribers, which is totally amazing. So thank you. Thank everybody for that. Hopefully when this video, maybe this video will kind of blow up, since it's kind of what's in the bag stuff. I don't plan on changing my bag anytime soon or changing how I look at shots. Like I said, I don't do any math. I don't have a calculator sitting here. It's just me and my controller. It's plugged in right now. It's a camouflage one. You can kind of see through it. It's a Sony controller. So, yeah, this game is so much fun. It's addicting. I have well over 2,000 hours in this game. I'm sure of it. So, but I am ranked. World Golf ranking is 35 right now. So slowly moving up. I don't know if I'll ever crack the top 10, but that is a goal of mine. So hopefully the new game will come out sometime soon. PGA Tour 2K21 has been amazing for me. However, 2K23 or whatever it's going to be called, hopefully that comes out. I'm looking forward. I'll probably get EA Sports next spring. 2023. So I'm looking forward to all that. But if you guys have any questions, any any comments whatsoever, drop it down in the comments down below. I try to go through every one of them. Might take me a few days, but I try to get back to you guys. So thank you for all the love and support. Let's keep this channel growing. Let's go. And if you want to check me out live, I go on twitch.tv/Kawkster over there. We do our late night stuff, swinging fantasy courses. We do plat warm-ups, stuff like that over on Twitch with the Mafia boys. We also do random societies. We do Chewbacca Society, we do P-Dog Society, some Apex Fantasy stuff. But typically I'll go live maybe 3 times a week or something like that, which is really cool. It's just super easy, and the community over on Twitch is great. So definitely go drop me a follow over there. Subscribe if you really want to. But yeah, other than that, I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll probably see you tomorrow for another video. Thanks. Bye.